Good afternoon. You are tuned into Ability Matters, a program that covers matters to do with abilities, disabilities and everything in between. Ability Matters is one of the longest running disability-related programs in the whole wide world. Starting its headway on air in 2007, you can now listen to podcasts of previous Ability Matters programs on YouTube and Spotify. Just search for Ability Matters. Ability Matters is brought to you by My Home Living Care, an NDIS registered disability.
Yes, thank you, Sean. This is Ability Matters on the Illawarra's greatest community radio station, 106.9 VOX FM. Of course, I'm your host, Tony S. And with me, as per usual, is my co-host Beck, but she's currently not with us in the studio at the moment. And I believe we have an interview with a lady called Tara today, so make sure to stay tuned to that. Stay tuned for that. But right now I'm going to open up the show this morning with the Young Rascals, who are just now the Rascals. They've changed their name, however, over the period there. But the song is Good Lovin', a hit from 1966 from the debut self-album, The Young Rascals.
1, 2, 3, good love!
And yes, the interview is, and Beck has joined me for the moment now, so here we go. Thank you, Beck, for showing up.
That's okay. I've been out there waiting.
I know you have, yes. So we have Tara with us today.
We do. Tara is from Northcott, so we'll hear a lot more about that. How are you this morning, Tara?
I am really good, thank you.
And how are you this morning, Tony?
Well, I'm going well, thanks. I started off the show semi-well now, so here we go.
Did great. Okay, so we might just jump straight into the interview and have a bit of a chat with Tara here. So I'm just wondering, could you tell us more about Northcott and what that is, Tara?
Oh, of course. So Northcott is a not-for-profit organisation that has been supporting people with disability, their families and their carers for nearly 100 years, so since 1929.
Wow, that's amazing. That goes for ages. So 2 more years.
Yeah. We operate across New South Wales, Queensland and ACT, and our purpose is to support people to live the life that they choose, so independence and genuine inclusion in their communities. We provide a wide range of services, so we support children, adolescents and adults. Innovation plays a big role in how we do this, so it's not always about shiny new ideas. At Northcott, we're trying to constantly improve how people experience our services.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah, well, this is why Northcott kind of created Northcott Innovation. So NI is what we call it. It's a separate organisation that sits under Northcott. So that focuses on innovation improvement.
Wow, we might need to hear more about that a bit later, because I had no idea that existed.
No, did I?
That sounds interesting. So I'm curious, what's your role as Senior Manager of Innovation and Design? I hope I've got that correct.
Yeah. So I have a couple of hats. So one hat is focusing on how we improve people's experiences at Northcott. So whether that is people who are using our services, their families, their carers, and even our staff. I work across service design, creating processes, putting things into practice, and asking questions like, is this easy to understand? Does this work for the person receiving support, and how can we do this better? And then my second hat is now managing NI that I mentioned earlier, so the Northcott Innovation. So that's connecting with the sector to work on new projects, looking at how we can co-design, so working alongside people with disability, frontline staff and families to better shape services, and also looking
exciting.
Yeah,
Branch out into a whole new area.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, so instead of just actually delivering the different things that people may need on a daily basis, you're actually getting them involved and having those conversations with them to make sure what you're doing is having an impact.
Exactly. So the work in NI, one of the programs or initiatives that came out of that was something called Supported Living Lab. So that's working with people living in supported living houses and kind of understanding challenges and working, like brainstorming together to go, how can we make that better? So that started in 2020 and we're still running that supported living lab now.
Beautiful.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, I suppose evolving as it goes along to adapt with the new times.
Totally, because we forget just, we were talking about our website and we were talking about, how to make compliments, and somebody was saying, I'm not sure how to make a compliment, and then we had a look at the way things that were written and where it was laid out. We're like, oh wow, we really haven't kind of made this easy.
It's quite funny actually, because I think it depends on the person's perspective on whether they think it's a compliment or they're offended. So that's a hard task to find something that's going to keep everyone happy in the conversation. Awesome. So I'll just swing back over to you now, Tony, if that's okay, Tara?
Of course.
And then we'll get a bit of music.
Alrighty, I've got some Clarence Clemens and Jackson Brown with You're a Friend of Mine from 1985 album Hero. VOX FM. That was just Clarence Clemens and Jackson Brown with You're a Friend of Mine, and from 1985 album Hero. And now let's hear what the girls have to say about it. Go for it, ladies.
Yes. Well, it made me think of the other story. When I read the title there, I'm like, oh, the Toy Story song, but it's not. So I'm just wondering, getting back to the interview there, I'm just curious, who is Tara away from work? Because you sound like you do quite a lot in the scope of what you do at work, but what do you like to do when you have downtime?
The real Tara.
The real Tara. The radio safe real Tara. Away from work, I'm very much about just family connection, trying to, spend time with people that are close to me, do different things. I love to be outdoors as much as possible. But I love my work, and I even think of things related to work when I am doing those things. I went for a walk yesterday and had an idea and got out my notes app and started.
You're on the clock when you're off the clock. No, but that's probably the best time, when inspiration does strike on these things, when you're out doing something that you like and enjoy, relaxing, and you get these awesome light bulb moments. You're like, hang on, that'll be great.
Happens to me a fair bit as well, but I believe my theory on that is because your mind is so relaxed and carefree, I suppose, when you think there's nothing more of a burden on your mind, and you can clearly see what you were supposed to find in the first place. But whenever you're trying to look for it, it becomes much harder.
That is so true.
That is.
No, well, I'm just wondering, because like you've said that you've got this, this is maybe when we can talk about the Northcott Innovation.
Yeah.
Of special projects or any of the groups that you have happening at the moment.
Yeah. So Northcott Innovation, so that started back in 2014, and they've worked on a whole bunch of things since then. So they test ideas carefully, learn from them, and then they start to partner with others to create projects that benefit the sector. So some of the things that they've done have been working with 3D printing and assistive tech projects, so using 3D printers to improve customized assistive equipment. So it might be something to adapt to a wheelchair that's purpose
something like specific you can make, because I know a lot of people that have 3D printers and you can put in whatever design you want. So do you actually create the design of what you want to go in there? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's next level tech.
Definitely not me. That was before me. The people that have worked in it have been amazing, but they've worked on so creative, but they're working with people to see what they need. So they're working with someone who has a power wheelchair and they've got their control, but maybe the way that the manufacturer made the control wasn't that great for them. So then they've looked at how they could create their own model and
more
use
customized.
Exactly. So that's pretty cool. But one of the projects that I'm working on now, which is close to my heart, so that's Go Nest, which is a housing matching platform, people with disability. So it matches people with disability looking for suitable housing. So you pop in where you want to live, the type of housing that you want, and then it kind of matches you with what's in the area that you're looking for. So where I come in is that we want to make some improvements to that. So what we want to do is just understand, what people want from the website, what makes it easier, better, what people's housing journey. So trying to find housing in the first place, we understand can be quite tricky.
Yes, I know of someone that recently had over a year struggle to look for a new home, and it was a bit. I'm like, wow, I can't believe you're still looking. I probably would have said, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it can be really difficult, and people are trying to navigate funding. So they're trying to make applications for the right funding that they need, where they want to live, people they want to live with. Our project at the moment is just looking at GoNest as a website and seeing how we can make it better and customizing it, I suppose, to be better for people and to help them find the house that they want to live in.
Amazing. No, it sounds like you're doing some really great work there at Northcott.
So does that mean you got like kind of like a real estate thing happening for your hat, who you said earlier?
Yeah, so
you got another
is.
hat.
Yeah, there you go. Which is funny because it really, like, finding a property is so tricky anyway, and then finding one if you're really wanting to factor in, accessibility of the property and sharing with others. That's something that some people like or don't like. A bit of real estate.
I think you and I really have to have words about this real estate thing. It sounds like it might be very promising for me.
There you go.
Lovely.
Very cool.
Awesome. Okay. I just wanted to touch on the fact that you do have a lot of groups. And is there anything that you run on a regular basis that people might be interested in joining?
Absolutely. So the Dapto crew. So we have a purpose-built centre at Dapto. I don't know if you've driven past it. So it's on Marshall Street in Dapto.
No, I can't say I've seen that.
Yeah, so we opened it about 2 years ago. So we had a site at Oak Flats and a site at Wollongong. So this was purpose-built. Lots of groups there, lots of people with all abilities. A lot of great friendships have been built. Really nice vibes when you go in and you chat to people. People are just really cool to hang out with. So they've got life skills. So that's generally for people who are over 18. They've got skills for life. So people around 14 to 18. You got work and study, so they're people generally over 17. They do some individual services, which is you might have somebody come to your house, they might take you out to an activity, they might provide you some support at home. That's generally 18 plus. And they've got a monthly pub raffle. That's a social group. They love social groups.
Pub raffle.
Oh, pub.
We got you at pub, but they're trying to draw some interest for a teen rec group, so people from 14 to 18. They've heard that in the Illawarra there's not too much that's available, so putting a call out if there's anyone that's interested. The crew at Dapto would love to hear from you.
Wonderful.
Definitely, I can probably give you a few connections.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I'm excited that there's so many different things happening. And I suppose in a way, Dapto is a really good way to branch between the northern and the southern suburbs. So you've got a bit of a
bridge.
Yeah,
yes.
Something in between that, people can come from the north, people can come from the south. So it's not too far out of their way, I suppose. It's pretty easy to get there. And I know it's pretty accessible, Dapto station. So, if there's people that want to come out on their own, or they can still get some public transport to get there, because Marshall Street's not that. It's just around the corner, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marshall Street's just literally maybe 20 metres up the road from the train station. Hooker, right? It's a thing then.
Wow.
And you're on Marshall Street. So
I can't comment here because I don't drive, so I'm not a Dapto local, so there you go.
I'm not either, but
you drive, so you know them.
I remember from a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose we'll get another song now, Tony, if
Sure
that's
thing.
okay.
I was just thinking, how about some Stevie Wonder with Part-Time Lover from 1985? Yeah. Yes, that was just Stevie Wonder with Part-Time Lover from 1985. Interview between Tara and Beck on that side. Tara from Northcott, yes? And Beck from...
Flagstaff.
Flagstaff, of course, yes. I was going to say something different, but it's okay. So I said,
From VOX FM.
yeah, that'll work.
It's all
I was
good.
going to say Beck from the other
I've
side
got a
of the
few
desk.
hats too.
Okay, get back to it.
Okay, so I'm just interested about the services you spoke about earlier to do with children, teenagers and adults. So what are some of those around?
So life skills could be for people who are wanting to learn particular life skills. They might want to learn cooking, they might want to learn budgeting, You've got work and study services, so for people who are preparing to get a job, go into the workforce, also if they're wanting to prepare for studying something new. We actually a little while ago started testing the virtual reality headsets for work and study. So I don't know if you've ever used a VR headset. Have you ever had one of those?
I haven't done it, but I've watched other people do it, and they are a bit thrown off because they...
I'm afraid I can't use them because I have epilepsy. So
yes. So we've been trialing them. So some people really like to be able to experience something to try to get an idea of what it might be like.
The right angle.
So so these headsets had some programs where it would show you what it would be like to be a firefighter, for example, or working as a park ranger. So it has a whole list of things, and it's just one way to try to experiment differently about how people might want to experiment with what they want to do.
To give them examples of what their life choices may end up as or may look like.
What actually is involved, because a lot of people think, I want to be that. They have no idea of what's actually involved in that, and then they go, I didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's good to get a bit of a feel for what you might actually have to do and be aware of when you have to do that, because I know a lot of people that do like RSA are like, what? How come I've got to do this part on gambling? And there's just so many things that are involved in RSA because you do so many different things when you're behind the bar.
Yeah, to work in a bar, you have to have your RSA and RCG, responsible service of alcohol and responsible conduct of gambling.
Yeah.
Unless it's changed since the last time I went through.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. Like they were saying, like what's gambling got to do with it?
Yeah.
It's all behind the scenes association with the alcohol.
Yeah, they're thinking clubs. I'm just serving a drink.
Yeah.
What's that about? Like.
Yeah, exactly. So it's all different ways we work and study to figure out what you might be interested in. We've got the individual supports. So that's like if somebody would like someone to come to their house and to help them maybe get ready for the day or go somewhere for an activity. So they've support over 170 customers around the Illawarra.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Nice, healthy number. Yeah. So basically, because I'm interested in the children's side of it. So is it like a playgroup, like a daycare kind of thing, and they get to just come for the day and have fun, or?
Campbelltown has some great playgroups. So when I catch up with the Campbelltown crew, I get to hear all about that, which is always wonderful, working with children. We don't have playgroups down here in the Illawarra. But if people were like interested, we're always happy to hear what people need.
Would it be a potential step for maybe I won't say improvement, but become more playgroup sort of thing down locally?
Yeah, because I think that's what we try to understand is what the community wants.
What they need, yes.
Yeah. So it's always good to hear and to know what people are interested in, and that way that we can kind of look and go, okay, so what do we want to do? So for example, we have one supported independent living house in the Illawarra, and we'd like to have more. But of course, that's if people around the Illawarra are wanting to move out into supported independent living. So there'll be ways that we try to connect with the community to say, hey, if you thought about living in supported independent living, what would you like? And then if we find people that want to do that, then we partner with SDA providers who build them. Yeah.
Because I know a few different, still, which is supported independent living.
Like
I know a few providers, yes. So if you're interested in those, I can pass them on to you too. If you're looking to partner with people, you can maybe even partner with some more of the existing organisations and make it a bit easier for you too.
It's so nice, with the Illawarra. I went to an expo and I saw so many people that I had worked with at Northcott or known through my work at Northcott, and it's such a lovely vibe. Everybody's just so genuine, and they work for other providers now. Some people have started their own businesses, which is wonderful, but people are really keen to just connect and partner to work for something good. I like that about the industry.
I found it's becoming more and more like that. So I think it's a matter of combining all the different talents that everyone's got and making something fantastic that is going to work well for those people, and ideally it's the end result to make sure that they've got what they need.
I love that everybody just with their different talents. That's so true, because some people are really experienced in some things, and it is nice to have that approach to work together.
So they're ace cards in one part of the game, but then another part not as powerful.
Exactly.
That is why I found the majority of people that I've come to know, especially in this field, they started off working for a service, and they've now separated from that said service and do things on their own. Is it independently?
Yeah.
They start up their own
Yeah.
service sort of thing.
Yeah, they can see where the gaps are. So I think I know some of the people you're talking about. They've identified where that gap is, so that when they've created their service, it tailors to fit that gap.
Yeah.
And fill in that niche where people have been missing out on that to someone else.
And they may seem at first something a bit like not as powerful or anything like that, because they don't have a big name to attach to themselves. I've come to find that they are powerful because they've already come to learn all the strengths from the bigger machine that they were part of, that they were incorporated with earlier. I don't mean a machine like it's a bad thing, but yeah, just like a disability corporation, let's say. That's what I mean when I say machine. But I'm thinking off the top of my head now, and it's very hard to
You're doing all right.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's right.
So they've learned as much as they can, the rights and not so many wrongs, but the rights, the right thing to do, and they've used all they've come to learn from their time with their previous employer, let's say, and they're using all the strengths and their own independent setup, and it's come through in a big way, very strong.
That's so nice, because sometimes you meet people as well, and if the organisation that you're working for doesn't deliver a particular type of service, but you've made a connection with people who are looking for that, what a great way for you to branch out and be able to still do that.
Definitely. I'm just interested, who can join Northcott, Tara?
Yeah, so we support people with disability, but we also work closely with families, carers and support networks. If anybody is interested in learning about the services, or what they would like to know about what we can deliver, they can visit our website, which is www.northcott.com.au, and you can have a look online. You can call, and our team can guide you through the next steps, which is 1800 818 286. Could visit our DAPTO office. He gave the plug for 49 Marshall Street. So we encourage anyone.
Is that near the pool place?
I'm not sure, actually. It's on the corner.
Ah,
on
so
the bridge.
Kind of on the new bridge.
Yeah.
So it's not near the train station end of the street. It's right up the other end when the new bridge is, and you've got your lights and things further up where 7-Eleven is on the corner.
Yes, that's it.
Ah, there we go.
There you go.
Love my geographical knowledge sometimes.
So people can call. I mean, people who access services might be funded by the NDIS, but some people might pay fee for service, so it's out-of-pocket costs if they want to, or there might be other funding bodies like Department of Communities and Justice or icare that might fund things. If people want to have a chat, they can reach out, talk about what they're interested in, and we can let them know. We should actually get, if you're keen to hear more from the DAPTO crew, someone to talk to you about.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure. We'd love to have someone in to tell us about all the different things that they've got going on there. That would be wonderful.
More of a lived experience.
Yes.
Yeah, if someone wants to come in and bring someone that actually enjoys the different things that they do there at Northcott, we're more than happy to hear about those.
I think that is a really good idea, and a couple of people just flashed in my mind who I think would love that.
Lovely.
But then there's also the innovation space, and so for my second hat, so if anybody has ideas or projects...
Second or another?
Yeah, true. Another hat. ideas that they want to, know about, or gets, some challenges or things that they would say, hey, would it be great if we could fix this problem? You can reach out to me, and that's through info@northcottinnovation.com.au. Or you can ask for me at Dapto as well, Tara.
Good plugs.
Now, should we specify now that Northcott is the word north and then C-O-T-T?
That's right, Tony, yep.
Okay,
All right,
so
let's go to some music.
let's get some music, shall we? I've got here some Aussie rock classics from AC/DC, Rock and Roll Ain't Noise Pollution from the 1980 album. They're probably the most well-known album, Black in Black. It was actually their fourth single from this said album. Yeah. You're tuned to 106.9 VOX FM, the Illawarra's greatest community radio station. That's right, a bit of a plug for the station. Thank you for my pre-recorded
Go,
voice.
Tony.
Pre-recorded.
No, so I suppose that comes to the end of our questions for today. Thank you so much for coming along, Tara. I hope that listeners out there have been hearing what's happening with Northcott, and even as you said, Tara, it could be a family.
Keep going. I have one question before you.
It could be a family. It doesn't have to be someone. I like to use the word of all abilities.
Love it.
Because I feel like we've all got something a little bit different. And so anyone that's interested in what you guys do can actually give you a call and find out more about what's on offer.
Absolutely.
Yeah? No, thank you for coming along. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have to have you back later on down the track and hear some more wonderful things that you're doing there at Northcott.
Yeah, it'd be great to have you back again.
Yeah, we might have a visitor with you.
Yeah, there you go.
From Dapto. All good, but I'll let you ask your question, Tony.
Oh, yes, the big question was, I know it's hot off everyone's tongue these days. Let me rephrase. Hot off everyone's tongue these days. How important is the NDIS with Northcott and all that other thing?
Yeah, so we know that the NDIS is the way that a lot of our people using our services have their services paid for. So we understand that it's very important, and where we try to make things easier is trying to kind of help with the navigate the whole funding journey with the supports that you need as best as we can. And also from if you think of the back office type things, some of the processes that I might get involved in is we look at, say, what's required to make, to write an invoice or to claim or to satisfy some type of compliance requirement for, utilising NDIS funding. And we try to make that as simple and easy as possible, because we know that it can be a really difficult journey for some people trying to
navigate through that. It's a bit of a minefield.
Absolutely. So
that's the best thing I can think of. We've got to dodge, as Carl Barron says, you've got to dodge your nuggets in the backyard.
Sorry, that question may come off a little bit different. I'm saying, how important is it to have funding in your NDIS package to approach Northcott?
Like for eligibility.
Yes, yeah. So when you call, like if somebody calls us and says, I'm looking for this type of service,
yes,
then we would talk about, what kind of funding do you have, or and then if they're looking to use that funding for that, then it'll be really important. Some people, like I said, with some therapies, they might be happy to pay for certain things out of pocket. Not many people would, but just it's an option.
I don't think it'd be a very common thing.
No, but look, we try to do the best that we can.
I know, of course,
so people come with the funding package that we have, and we really
I think
listen.
you mentioned something about icare as well, so that would be workers' compensation.
Yeah, we've had somebody living in a supported independent living apartment that was funded with icare, so that was in Sydney. I'm not sure how many people have that now, but it's definitely an option.
Wonderful.
So you're open, because I find a lot of people in our industry, especially around Illawarra, are NDIS driven. So you're open to go through other avenues if there's that option there, and they're able to, whether they're paying for it themselves or go through someone else that's paying for it via insurance or something like that. There's that option there for them.
Definitely.
That's good to know.
Wonderful.
You
Had a
might
great
get a
time.
lot more people ringing you up and saying, excuse me.
Great.
Now that they know they don't have to be on NDIS. I'd like to, again, say thank you very much for coming along, Tara. I hope you've had a wonderful time having a chat with us.
I really have. You guys have been amazing.
Wonderful.
Thank you. And I hope you're open to coming back.
I would
And
love to.
bring some people along with you.
Some lived experiences, or dare I say, human examples.
There you go.
Human
makes
sense. Love it.
example.
I'm not sure if that was politically correct to say it like that, but yeah.
Oh, well.
Sorry,
Who
well, no.
better to hear from, though, right?
Life examples, that's a
Yeah.
better way to put it. Yeah, not, I mean, we know we're all human, but yeah, just try to think off the top of my head. But
You're right.
sure,
It
cool.
kind of sounded quite funny.
Beautiful. I'm glad you took it, yeah, that way. Yeah,
We've got
Made me
robots
think.
now,
Made me
so-
think
Oh,
of a piece of beef or something.
I know where you're going with that, like, but I don't think, yeah, I don't want to put it that way on the air, but yeah. I think, sorry. You're thinking more like meat puppets? Is that what you're thinking?
Oh, possibly, yeah.
There you go.
I was actually, like, years ago when I'd done the Illawarra train station, I was going to get a truck and I was going to get everyone to dress up in cow suits.
Ooh, that's different.
And go, the cars get better than we get. We need the train station.
Lovely.
That's
Well,
fine.
Tara, thank you very much for being here today and passing on your words of great information, everything like that.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Beck.
Thank you.
Wonderful.